Welcome back! In my last video, I introduced Nitobe Memorial Garden, a hidden gem on the UBC campus, one of the most authentic Japanese gardens outside Japan. We explored its peaceful path, seasonal beauty, and unique viewpoints. If you haven't seen it yet, I invite you to check that video too. The Japanese tea ceremony, known as Chanoyu, Chado or Sado, is more than just drinking tea. It is spiritual practice rooted in mindfulness, simplicity, and seasonal appreciation. Each movement is deliberate, each tool is handled with care, and each guest is welcomed with respect and sincerity. It's a way of sharing a moment, quietly, intentionally, between host and guest. My connection with the tea ceremony began back in high school in Kyoto. Our school was quite old and had a beautiful tea house on the property. There was a large Japanese-style tatami room where we gathered, and attached to it's a small traditional tea room, the chashitsu. The tea room was only 4.5 tatami mats in size, but I remember being told it was a nationally designated cultural site. At the time, I didn't fully understand the depths of the tea ceremony. To be honest, my main reason for joining the Sado Club was the Japanese sweets. But what stayed with me was the feeling inside the space, calm, still, and quiet. Even though I've forgotten many of the formal rules, the sense of peace remains with me to this day. Years later, I found myself walking once again towards a tea house, this time here in Vancouver. Before entering, guests walk along the garden path called Roji. This path is not just a way to get to the tea room, it's a transition from the everyday life into a more mindful, secured space. Each step is quiet, each should, like a wind or rustling leaves, becomes part of the experience. We pass the Matcha, the waiting area, and pause. This is where the tea ceremony truly begins. Before entering the tea room, we remove our shoes, bow, and step inside quietly. This space is small and simple. No unnecessary decorations, no distractions. A hanging scroll reflects the season. In the corner, a small flower arrangement, picked fresh that morning from the instructor's garden. I also found a beautifully crafted boat-shaped wooden box holding a piece of incense. The incense was light and refreshing, just enough to calm the mind without interfering with the aroma of the tea. There were about 10 of us in the room. Even with the many people, it was completely quiet. We all sat silently, observing. Then the host entered, bowed gently, and began the preparation. Before the tea, we were offered a seasonal sweet, a soft white bean manju wrapped in a refreshing green yuzu-flavored jelly. It looks like summer itself, cool, delicate, and beautiful. When the tea was served, each person received a different tea bowl. All of them were unique, each with its own color, texture, and design. Holding the bowl in both hands, you can feel its weight, its warmth. It makes you slow down and appreciate the moment. We were about 10 people in the room, some strangers, some friends, but for the short time, it felt like we were all sharing something special, a quiet connection without many words. Even though the ceremony only lasted about an hour, the feeling was stayed with me. A quiet moment shared, a deep breath, a sense of appreciation for the people, the space, the season, The tea house we visited is called Ichibō-an in Nitobe Garden, UBC, British Columbia, Canada. It was restored and named in 1994 with the support of Sensoshitsu 15, the 15th generation Grandmaster of Urasenke School of Tea. It's a special place that carries the spirit of tea across borders. I'm so grateful I could experience this here in Vancouver. It reminded me that peace and connection can be found anywhere, as long as we take time to notice. Thank you for joining me today, and if you ever got the chance to attend a tea ceremony, I hope you'll say yes. You might leave with more than just a taste of tea. 見てくれてありがとうございました。